In Pakistan, where resources are relatively scarce, Mr. Ba always finds business opportunities in scrap. Through simple processing using a series of refurbished equipment, he's been able to turn a good profit, allowing him to successfully buy cars and houses. Plastic barrels of various shapes don't need to be disassembled. Large chemical barrels are simply cut into pieces so they can easily fit into the crusher. This DIY fixed cutter, though lacking safety features, is now available. Advantage is this significantly improves work efficiency. Now, let's move to the crushing station. Because the raw materials aren't the standard size, two workers are working together. One worker manually presses the feed, while Lal Ba places his foot directly next to the rotating mechanism, a dangerous operation. A single misstep could easily cause a misstep, and the raw materials are quickly chopped into small pieces about 1 centimeter in size. Before melting, they're put into a blender and the appropriate amount of toner is added. The colorful raw materials can then be processed into any other color. The entire mixing process is also very fast. In less than 20 minutes, all the plastic blocks are evenly coated with sky blue pigment. Now they can be poured into the mixer. The screw conveyor drives the raw materials continuously forward. At the bottom, they pass through the liquefier to heat the raw material tank. By the time they reach the outlet, they have just become semi-fluid. The powdered plastic strips pass through the cooling tank below for rapid shaping. Next, the pulverizer converts them into granules for use. Since the workshop is making oil drums for oil today, blue raw materials aren't very suitable, so we're using pre-processed semi-transparent beige raw materials. This blow-drying machine, which looks a bit sticky at first glance, uses a melting method that relies on heat. Although temperature control is prone to errors, the advantage is also very obvious. It completely protects the raw materials from damage. After melting, it is shaped by the outlet mold and injected with a small amount of liquid. A certain amount of air is introduced to create a hollow interior. The outer modular mold is then closed and locked. A mechanism automatically injects enough compressed air to force the high-temperature plastic into the mold surface, finalizing its shape. The air inside is then expelled, and the mold is opened. The result is a standard 20-kilogram oil drum. Any irregular edges should be cleaned while still hot. The product's surface is somewhat simple, but the convenient heat transfer process produces a simple. The single pattern not only adds a certain aesthetic appeal, but also increases the workshop's visibility. If I hadn't told you, would you have guessed that this seemingly exquisite oil barrel was actually made from scrap?